Hello, mineral artists. We are starting today with a digital project that you are going to actually use for your folder in this classroom. So we're going to use Google Draw. So once you've opened a Google browser, we're going to go up to that waffle and we're going to find our drive. It's that triangle. We're going to use it a lot. Once you open the drive, we're going to go over to the plus sign for new. And there are some choices, but if you click more, you're going to get another menu, and I want you to look for Google Drawings. When you open Google Drawings, you're going to get a blank picture. The checkerboard just means it's invisible. We're going to spend our first day together creating a name tag using the tools. So I'm going to show you a couple of things, but the rest of the time is going to be yours to explore this program. So if you go up to File, there are a lot of the same choices you might have in a Google document. If you go to Edit, you'll notice that there's an undo button. That might be our best friend today. View, we won't have to use that tab too many times. Insert, you might create some inserts for word art, shapes. So there's also some tools at the bottom here. I'm going to start with some shapes. So when you go into the shape, there's a ton of options. I'm just going to pick a rectangle. I kind of want to do a color background. So if I click this plus sign and drag it, I'll get a box. It automatically makes it blue on my screen. It will probably do the same for you. If you want to change the color, there's a fill option up here. Lots of choices. You can also customize your color. So you can kind of find the perfect color that you'd like for your background. You can also, in that fill, do a gradient. So a gradient is like an ombre, and it will go from dark to light. You can change the colors for your gradient as well. If you want to have that shape smaller, you can click and drag the corners or the sides at any time. Maybe you want to do a border on that. So right now there is a black border. I'm going to leave that. When you click this, you can still change border and color. You can change how thick that weight is. The weight is the thickness. If you don't want a border, you can leave it transparent. What if I want to fill this whole thing with this shape? I can select it just by clicking it. So when I have that blue box around it, I can change things. I'm going to go to Edit, and I'm going to do a copy. And I'm going to go back to Edit and do a paste. Now I have two boxes. You could keep doing that. Copy, paste, and you could fill your background with several shapes. You can also add different shapes at this point. So any of the shapes you could use. There are different lines that you could use. So some of the lines might just give you a line that you can also change the color. So I have the pencil option. I might put the color on there. You can change the weight and make it thicker. You could also use in this the Scribble Tool. Create your own design. Wow, that's kind of crazy. I might change the weight of that, bring it to a little skinnier line. Another tool you might enjoy trying to use is the Polyline Tool. This allows you to make your own shape. So I clicked my mouse, I let go, I click it again, I let go, click it again, let go. It's allowing you to make your own shape. So in the art room, we'd call that an organic shape. It doesn't have a specific name. And you can also fill that. You can make it different colors. There is a text box. So you could use the text box. If I click this option, you definitely need to have your name on here. So I'm going to click it and drag it. And I'm going to type my name. And also on this document, you need the hour of the class you're in. So I'm going to pretend I'm in the 8 o'clock class. To me, that is kind of boring. I want to make that bigger. You can change the size of your font. You can change the way the font looks, so it's more decorative. There's also options. If I click more, these three dots, I can center it. I could make it all to the right. I can make it all to the left. So you can have fun with those options. Another way to add text would be to insert word art. So that is going to be a little bit fancier. So I'm going to type my name here. I pressed enter right away. Enter didn't give me a new line. Enter just made the text go down. I think if I double click it, I can go back in because I know I need that 8 a.m. part on here. And there it is. If I double click this, I believe if it's got a blue box around it, I can change the color. I can change the weight of it. So today you are just exploring the program and seeing what you can create, but you have to have your name and the hour of the class you're on. One other thing I want to show you before I show you what to do when you're done. There will be times where you're creating and you lose something, like it gets buried, like I can't find my name anymore. The program puts the last thing you make on the top. So if you think about it like a sandwich, the very first thing I put was this rectangle or this square. That's like the bottom slice of my bread. That's at the very bottom. Then I added then the squares after that, and my name was in there, and then this blue box was the last thing I put. So it's going to cover everything up. If you don't like the way it's arranged things, you can go up to the arrange button, and if you click the order, you can slowly send your last shape backwards. If you know the order you want to send that big blue box all the way to the back, there it is. I brought it to the back like the slice of bread when you start a sandwich. So you can do that with anything you have a blue box on. So maybe I want that funny organic shape on the top. I have it selected. I go to arrange, order, and now I want to bring that all the way to the front, and it covers some things up. So obviously this is not a perfect finished project. Can't see my name. I've got it on here a couple of times. So I would definitely want to spend a little more time on this before I say I'm done. When you're done, I would title it up here, your name. And the project is name tag. So something with your name and name tag. This will save to your drive. But in order for me to print it for you, I need to know that you finished it. So we're going to go back into our digital art classroom, our Google Classroom. And when you have the name tag project, you will have an option to click Turn In. If you don't turn it in, I won't be able to print it because I won't be able to find it. So in the Google Classroom, anytime you finish a project, you're going to have to go back to the project and click that Turn In button. If you're confused, somebody will definitely help you